A standoff over humanitarian aid deepens as Venezuela's political crisis plays out on the country's border. A convoy with desperately needed aid remains stuck at the Colombian border city of Cucuta. Now, Venezuela's government, led by Nicolas Maduro, has ordered the army not to allow this aid in. The aid has been organized by the United States and Venezuela's opposition, who want to see Maduro removed from power. Now, Venezuela's military has to choose whether to obey government orders or let the aid pass. We have this report.
Venezuelan soldiers keep watch at the barricades on the Tienditas Bridge border crossing. President Nicolas Maduro has called aid supplies offered by the United States a form of foreign intervention. He's ordered the soldiers to turn the assistance away. But the soldiers have also been given another order by Juan Guaido, the opposition leader who last month declared himself Venezuela's interim president.
I give a direct order to the armed forces. Allow the necessary humanitarian aid to enter to take care of your family.
That has put the focus on the military personnel at the border and their commanders. Which president will they obey? Pedestrian bridges at the border remain open. Venezuelans can still cross to buy goods they can't get at home. But many who have no money to go shopping in neighboring Colombia don't understand why the aid shipments are being stopped.
I am asking you to please open the border. Let the food pass. If, like you say, you really love Venezuela, if you really feel something inside of you, if you love your family, your children, and you sure do love them, then you need to love us Venezuelans as well. I am asking you, please open the border, Mr. Maduro.
Maduro has dismissed the U.S. aid offer as a political show. In the capital Caracas, supporters signed a petition that's to be sent to Washington, telling Donald Trump to keep his hands off of Venezuela.
We want to safeguard our rights and interests because external forces are attempting to seize our national wealth.
At a military rally on Wednesday, Maduro called on troops to show patriotism and unite against the U.S.
We've been threatened by the U.S. empire, by the President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump.
There is a fear this aid standoff could escalate. But for now, along the border, the troops still appear to be following the orders of Nicolas Maduro.
Let's cross over to the Venezuelan capital, Caracas, from where DW correspondent Oscar Schlenker joins us on the line. So, Oscar, what is the situation on the bridge right now?
Well, the situation at the border bridge remains blocked from the Venezuelan side. This is a bridge that was just constructed at the border in an area that has not much transit. So it came into focus when most of the humanitarian aid sent to Colombia was being gathered near this passing. However, as Venezuelan forces rushed to block this bridge and prevent the aid from entering Venezuela, Puerto Rico's Secretary of State, Luis Rivera Marin, announced their shipment arrived this evening on a passenger plane on what he said was a secret flight. So while all the attention of the Venezuelan public and the media was focused on the Colombian border, Puerto Rico has sneaked in a flight filled with a ton of humanitarian aid into Venezuela in what the Secretary of State of Puerto Rico is calling a secret mission.
Okay, so some aid indeed is getting through, but I just want to quickly return to, the aid that is supposed to arrive by land, because we know that the opposition leader Guaido has spoken about that. And I'd like you to take us through a couple scenarios here. I mean, if it does end up getting through over this bridge, what happens then? Does Guaido have a plan?
Yes, Guaido has indicated there are between 250 and 300,000 people who need urgent medical help and are at risk of dying, people who need medicine and urgent care. He says the first cargo of aid sent to Colombia and the Caribbean is enough to keep 4 hospitals running for 1 month. The food that is being delivered is mostly nutritional supplements for children, which have been the most vulnerable to malnutrition and sickness these last few years. Just this week we learned of 12 children who died in 2 days from a bacteria outbreak in a hospital in Anzoátegui, for example. So this aid is very much needed and could help a lot of people.
Okay, and again, confirming that for us, that Puerto Rico has been able to get aid in to the country by air, as many were waiting for that shipment by land, which is currently blocked. Oscar Schlenker with the very latest on the situation from Caracas, the Venezuelan capital. Thank you.